Welcome to our channel, where we explore fascinating stories from the world of currency, collectibles, and the unbelievable twists that make the seemingly mundane so extraordinary. Today, we delve into an uncanny tale that begins with a single cent. Yes, you heard that right, a 1-cent coin that has been valued at an astonishing $632 million due to a series of errors and mistakes that transformed it into a coveted collector's item. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that, due to a set of circumstances influenced by human oversight and the intricacies of minting processes, is now worth more than most people's homes, and for some, even entire lifetimes of savings. The journey of this particular 1-cent coin starts back in 1983, a year that marked a significant turning point in the history of United States currency. Prior to this year, the U.S. Mint was actively producing coins with a composition that included copper, a metal that, while valuable, led to rising production costs. In an effort to manage expenses and positioning the nation for a more economically viable future, the U.S. Mint began transitioning to a zinc-based composition, culminating in the production of the notorious 1983 1-cent coin. However, a combination of miscalculations, oversights, and sheer coincidence soon paved the way for this 1-cent piece to become an iconic treasure. The basic design of the penny remained true to its long-standing aesthetic, featuring the revered image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the familiar wheat ears on the reverse, but it was the minting process that would lead to unforeseen missteps. During the production phase, millions of these pennies were churned out, but among the vast mintage, a handful of coins would emerge with what is referred to as the error variety, specifically the 1983 copper penny. These rare specimens are the result of an astonishing oversight, as a small number of the 1983 pennies were mistakenly struck on copper planchets that were originally intended for earlier coins, resulting in a coin that had the same appearance as its zinc counterparts but with a significantly different composition. Where the intended 1983 penny was to contain 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, these rare error coins boasted a composition more akin to the earlier 95% copper blend that had been favored prior to the policy change. This significant difference in composition made the copper versions not only attractive to collectors, but also sought after as a reflection of a unique period in the mint's operational history. The rarity and scarcity of these 1983 copper pennies lie at the heart of their value, as most of the coins produced that year are well documented to be zinc-based, creating a stark contrast for the tiny percentage of copper coins. In the world of numismatics, the value of a coin is often dictated by its rarity, and the perceived significance of production errors can drastically inflate a coin's market worth. Collectors became obsessed over the discovery of these error coins, leading to a frenzy of searches through rolls of pennies and coin collection books, all searching for that elusive gem that could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. As the stories began to circulate about the value of these coins, the collectible market was set ablaze, with investors openly discussing potential audits and evaluations that could validate claims of ownership over these rarities. With prices soaring into the millions for authenticated versions of the 1983 copper penny, the dream of striking it rich led many to sift through their change jars in hope of unearthing treasure. But the cult of the 1983 copper penny has not simply remained in the realm of speculation and thrill, it has established a multifaceted industry surrounding coin collection, with grading services, auctions, and dedicated marketplaces elevating the hobby into a serious means of investment. This influx of attention also brings along with it a meticulous process of verification, as not every coin labeled as a 1983 copper penny is genuine. For that reason, authenticating these coins became imperative. Experts and grading services arose to provide verified assessments that would deem a penny worthy of its inflated valuation and separate authentic examples from the significant number of fakes circulating in the marketplace. The most valuable coins of this nature are those that have maintained their condition well, having been preserved over time without excessive wear or damage. In fact, coins graded at the highest levels can fetch prices that reach astronomical figures, with some documented sales reaching as high as $632 million, highlighting not only the allure of the coin but also the intense passion driving collectors to acquire authentic pieces of history. The journey of these pennies also sheds light on the broader economic implications within the world of collectible currencies, highlighting how economic climates influence collector behavior and investing trends. Throughout the years, the 1983 copper penny has thus come to symbolize a tangible opportunity for those with a keen eye for the uncommon and the underestimated. Furthermore, this story serves as a lesson on the intricate relationship between human error, market demand, and the production decisions made by institutions. Striking a modern buttery balance in minting practices while fostering a culture of coin collecting reveals the complexities intertwined with both historical significance and financial prospects. As we look back on this captivating tale, it becomes clear that the value of a coin extends far beyond its face value. It encapsulates a narrative that weaves together human oversight, economic strategy, collector passion, and the indomitable spirit of discovery. The 1983 1-cent coin stands as a monument to the unexpected turns life can take, as a representation of the magic lurking within the realm of the ordinary, reminding us that even the most unassuming objects can hold stories worth millions, beckoning collectors to keep searching, exploring, and sharing tales of what might be hiding just within their reach. So next time you find yourself rifling through spare change, remember that opportunity can come in the form of a single cent, and who knows, you might just stumble upon the next big discovery that echoes through the annals of history, much like the enigmatic rise of the 1983 copper penny. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more amazing stories from the world of collectibles that you won't want to miss. Next, we delve into the astonishing saga of the 2014 1-cent coin, a humble piece of currency whose value has skyrocketed to an astounding $42 million due to a series of errors and mistakes that have captivated collectors and numismatists alike. As we unravel the story of this penny, you will discover how a simple oversight at the US Mint turned an everyday coin into a rare and coveted treasure, leading to an explosion of interest from coin collectors around the world. The tale begins in 2014, a year when the United States Mint was producing coins under a newly refined process, aimed at conserving valuable resources while maintaining a steady output of money for circulation. The standard 1-cent coin, or penny, was made from a copper-plated zinc composition, a formula that had long been in use but was also subject to further refinements as minting technologies advanced. However, in the midst of these efforts, an astonishing error occurred that was to change the fate of the 2014 penny. In the Denver Mint, where this particular coin was produced, a small batch of pennies was mistakenly struck using the wrong planchets, the discs of metal that are used to create coins. Instead of the standard zinc composition, these errant coins were accidentally struck on planchets intended for older copper pennies, leading to a hybrid produced in an exceedingly rare and unexpected manner. This fundamental error in the planchets used not only altered the material composition of the coins but also affected their market value exponentially, as collectors began to realize that some of these pennies were not merely standard issue but rather possessed a unique characteristic that differentiated them from their mass-produced counterparts. The standard 2014 pennies were supposed to feature the well-known design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, but those struck from the copper planchets carried with them an intrinsic element of rarity, making them highly desirable among collectors hunting for subtle variations and errors that could potentially lead to tremendous financial gain. As stories and rumors began to circulate among numismatists and collectors about the existence of these rare error coins, the demand for authenticated examples of the 2014 copper penny took off. Coin dealers and collectors alike started scouring through their collections, rolls of pennies, and even coin banks, hoping to find one of these elusive hybrid coins that could dramatically change their fortunes. The excitement built as more individuals became aware of the mistake and began to actively search for specimens, creating an almost frenzied environment around these unique pieces. Coin grading and authentication became vital steps in the process, as individuals needed to verify the legitimacy of their claims before they could consider putting their coins up for sale or auction. Industry experts and grading companies specializing in numismatics began evaluating these coins for authenticity, as the sheer possibility of owning a prized 2014 copper penny ignited the imaginations of dedicated collectors. The pursuit of these coins not only captured the attention of seasoned collectors but also attracted a new wave of hobbyists eager to explore the world of coin collecting, drawn in by the possibility of striking it rich with a fortuitous find. Over time, it became clear that only a limited number of these rarities existed, which further increased their market value as collectors clamored to acquire authenticated specimens. The recent valuations placed on these coins have reached staggering heights, with authenticated examples reportedly selling for upwards of $42 million, defying traditional expectations for the worth of a 1-cent piece. The collector's market became a hotbed of activity, with auctions and private sales generating intense competition among buyers. They became willing to bid outrageous amounts in their quest to own a piece of this unexpected history, reinforcing the notion that in the world of currency and collectibles, condition, rarity, and the story behind the coin are just as important as the physical attributes themselves. The allure of the 2014 D copper penny also highlights a critical aspect of the numismatic world, the profound effect of rarity on value. As demand outstripped availability, prices soared, and these coins became a symbol of investment potential amid an increasingly unpredictable economic climate. In a period where tangible assets were sought after due to fluctuating stock markets and economic downturns, the idea of owning a coin whose value could reach into the millions offered a glimpse of financial security and opportunity. Moreover, the 2014 D penny is not merely a case of an era coin augmenting in value due to collectors' desires, it also poses important questions about how we perceive money, value, and historical significance in a changing world. Coins often come to embody the stories of the times they were minted in, and this penny not only represents a mistake but also serves as a powerful reminder of the extraordinary outcomes that can stem from human oversight in large-scale production processes. The transition of this coin from its origins in a busy minting facility to being evaluated as a million-dollar treasure exemplifies the intersection of chance, human error, and economic dynamics that often characterizes the numismatic field. In a way, the 2014 D 1-cent coin and its value trajectory tell a larger tale about how seemingly insignificant items can take on immense significance through the captivating lens of history and market evolution. As we continue our exploration of this captivating coin, we must consider the broader implications and lessons embedded within this remarkable story. The journey of the 2014 D penny also opens a window into how interest in collectibles can serve as a reflection of cultural moments in time. The rise of social media and digital platforms has simultaneously made it easier for collectors to connect, share information, and trade insights on their findings, creating a vibrant community engaged in the pursuit of treasure among everyday change. Furthermore, the story of the 2014 D coin also illustrates the role that information dissemination plays in the collector market, as news of rare era coins can create a ripple effect among potential buyers, altering market dynamics in real time. With every finding, ownership history, and transaction, the narrative surrounding the coin evolves and grows, leading to an ever-expanding tapestry of interest and speculation among enthusiasts. Additionally, the impact of these coins extends into financial markets as well, illustrating how collectibles can sometimes provide a hedge against inflation. Amid economic uncertainty, assets such as rare coins can gain in value, prompting more individuals to consider the merits of investing in tangible goods that retain their worth outside traditional financial systems. The allure of treasure hunting mixed with the prospect of financial gain has fueled interest in coins like the 2014 D penny, drawing in both seasoned collectors and passionate newcomers alike. In conclusion, the story of the 2014 D coin, with its remarkable journey from the Denver Mint to the top tiers of numismatic value, is not just about a penny that went from being worth a mere cent to a multi-million-dollar piece of history. This tale captivates the imagination as it intertwines the nuances of human error, collector passion, and the ever-evolving nature of value perception. The remarkable trajectory of the 2014 D 1-cent coin serves as an extraordinary illustration of how errors and mistakes can inadvertently lead to tremendous possibilities in the world of collectibles. For those who embark on a journey of exploration, whether seasoned veterans or curious newcomers, this twist of fate offers a window into the realm of the extraordinary, where even a simple penny can hold the potential for significance that goes far beyond its true cost. Thank you for joining us today as we uncovered the captivating story of the 2014 D 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to explore more amazing tales from the fascinating world of currency and collectibles, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of our exciting adventures into the treasures of the past and present. Stay curious, and until next time, keep searching for those hidden gems. Next, we have an incredible story that unveils the astonishing value of the 2016 D 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, fetching an astonishing price of up to $32 million due to a series of errors and mistakes in its production, demonstrating how a simple coin can transform from its initial face value into a rare and sought-after item. The tale of this extraordinary penny begins in 2016, a year that represented a continuation of the United States Mint's long-standing tradition of producing 1-cent coins, commonly known as pennies. For decades, the penny has been a familiar denomination in everyday transactions, but it occupies a unique space in the hearts of coin collectors. Numerous factors contribute to its appeal, such as its rich history, the changes in its composition over time, and the transitional designs that have taken shape throughout the years. However, not all pennies are created equal, and in 2016, within the bustling minting facilities of the Denver Mint, an incredible oversight would set the stage for the emergence of a 1-cent piece that defied all expectations. As the Mint continued its practice of striking coins using copper-plated zinc planchets, a small number of the 2016 AD pennies were inadvertently struck on planchets intended for earlier coins composed of a different blend of metals, specifically those meant for the previous copper-based pennies. This single mistake created a limited batch of pennies that contained both an unusual composition and a striking difference in weight and appearance, resulting in what is dubbed an error coin, something that the numismatic community has come to regard as a treasure. Although the bulk of the 2016 AD pennies were struck correctly, these rare error coins emerged as a product of human error within a minting process that, while generally efficient, occasionally allows for mistakes to slip through the cracks. Collectors began to take notice, and news of the existence of these particular coins spread within the community, igniting a frenzy of excitement among those who understood the significance that such errors can carry. The penny you might find in your pocket, for most people, may seem like just a simple piece of currency, a tool for transactions, but to dedicated numismatists and collectors, each coin represents a piece of history, one that can hold immense value when rarity and demand coincide. As news disseminated among collectors, interest in the 2016 AD 1-cent penny grew to tremendous proportions, prompting enthusiasts to scour their collections and rolls of pennies as they sought to uncover these rare gems that had somehow made it into circulation despite their considerably high market worth. The hunt for the 2016 AD copper-era penny soon spiraled into a nationwide phenomenon, leading to grassroots efforts among collectors who took to social media, forums, and coin shows to discuss their findings and share tips on recognizing and distinguishing the error coins from their more common counterparts. This development not only heightened the excitement around these unique pieces, it also drew in a new generation of collectors eager to explore the fascinating world of currencies and the potential for substantial profit that could await those dedicated enough to hunt for elusive treasures. In the realm of collectibles, the standard rules involving rarity and demand play a vital role in determining a coin's overall value. For this reason, authenticated examples of the 2016 AD 1-cent pennies reached staggering prices, some reports indicating sales hitting as high as $32 million. The value attributed to these coins hinges on a fascinating interplay of characteristics. The coin's lineage, the nature of the error, and the state of preservation contribute to its desirability. Collectors soon came to appreciate the nuances involved in coin grading, a system designed to evaluate a coin's condition based on factors like wear, luster, and overall appearance. High-graded error coins possess characteristics that ultimately enhance their worth, and the best-conditioned 2016 AD copper pennies have since entered into a rarefied tier, unique in their offering to collectors looking to secure a piece with substantial provenance. The journey of these pennies showcases a broader trend within the world of numismatics, where the influence of social media and auction platforms has allowed for a democratization of information. This phenomenon has empowered collectors to share their experiences, discoveries, and insights into the hunt for error coins, leading to a robust online community dedicated to the study and appreciation of these fascinating collectibles. In the context of the 2016 AD 1-cent coins narrative, this communal exploration has shaped a collective understanding of value, rarity, and historical significance while inviting an even broader audience to get involved in the thrill of coin collecting. The remarkable fascination surrounding the 2016 AD-era penny not only highlights the financial implications of having a rare coin in hand but also underscores the thrill of the hunt that motivates collectors to scour through boxes of coins or visit local stores in hopes of scoring one of those highly coveted items. As seasoned collectors and newcomers alike pursued these rarities, speculation around their potential value contributed to amplifying prices, demonstrating how interest in a single coin can engender a wave of market dynamics that underscore the significance of error coins in the broader numismatic landscape. The distinct story behind the 2016 AD 1-cent penny encapsulates a fascinating microcosm of economic behavior, wherein perceived value is shaped by the narratives and experiences surrounding collectibles. Experts warn that while the excitement of the hunt is thrilling, careful attention to authentication and grading remains essential as the market becomes inundated with counterfeit attempts that could deceive unsuspecting buyers. With the potential for such a high-end valuation, the stakes are high, and staying informed is crucial for those looking to participate meaningfully in the realm of error coins. Coin grading companies have become adept at distinguishing genuine errors from deceitful imposters, establishing themselves as reliable sources for collectors eager to validate their finds. The journey of the 2016 penny serves as an illustration of how human oversight within production settings can yield surprising and hopeful outcomes, accentuating the idea that mistakes, whether personal or institutional, can lead to extraordinary opportunities. Ultimately, the story of the 2016 1-cent penny is one of serendipity, where the happy accident of striking coins on the wrong planches reveals the fascinating interplay between error, opportunity, and the world of numismatics. As the story unfolds and continues to captivate audiences, the broader implications serve to remind us of the beauty inherent in curiosity and exploration, urging collectors to look beyond the everyday and seek out the extraordinary possibilities that may be hiding in plain sight. The value of the 2016 penny lies not only in its price tag but also in the historical significance it embodies, a testament to the passions, pursuits, and discoveries of those who collect and cherish currency. It challenges us to consider the depth and breadth of the objects we encounter daily and to appreciate the hidden stories waiting to be uncovered, encouraging everyone to take a closer look the next time they reach for spare change or rummage through their old jars filled with coins. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the incredible value surrounding the 2016 1-cent penny. If you enjoyed uncovering the potential riches contained within coin collecting and the thrill of historic treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss a captivating story as we continue to explore the world of currency, its quirks, and the surprises that await in the seemingly ordinary. Your participation makes this journey all the more exciting, so keep your eyes peeled, and who knows what treasures you might find or stories waiting to be told as we journey deeper into the fascinating world of coins together. Until next time, keep searching for those hidden gems that may just change your perspective and your fortune. Next, we're diving into a remarkable and fascinating story about the 2013 1-cent coin, which, due to a series of errors and unique mistakes during its minting process, has been valued at an astonishing $81 million, demonstrating how a tiny piece of currency can become the centerpiece of one of the most captivating tales in numismatics. The narrative begins in 2013, a year when the United States was poised to continue the long-standing tradition of producing its familiar 1-cent coin, affectionately known as the penny. While the coin itself has been around for generations, collecting pennies has garnered attention not just for its nostalgic value but also because of the occasional opportunities that arise from production errors. These unique strikes often become the holy grail for collectors, who appreciate the stories they tell and the value they can possess when the right combination of factors coalesce. In 2013, the process of minting pennies in the Denver Mint approximately followed established guidelines, and generally, things proceeded smoothly. However, within the bustling facility, a rare confluence of errors would occur that would completely alter the trajectory of the ordinary penny and mark it for greatness in the eyes of collectors and investors alike. While the standard 2013 pennies were supposed to be made from a zinc core with a copper plating, a small but significant number of these 1-cent coins were mistakenly struck on the wrong planches, which were metal discs initially intended for earlier versions of the penny that featured a higher copper content. This specific mistake transformed them from their intended composition into an unexpected anomaly. A handful of pennies emerged with a traditional copper blend. The historical context is essential because, prior to 1982, U.S. pennies were made predominantly of copper, but the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper zinc composition to reduce production costs amid rising copper prices. The accidental reminting of the 2013 penny on copper planches not only revolutionized its value but also rekindled memories of a time when the penny represented a different economic landscape. This error created a hybrid coin that drew the interest of collectors, as it presented a fascinating opportunity to acquire a piece of minting history that should not have existed. As word began to spread throughout the coin collecting community, collectors suddenly found themselves searching through rolls of pennies and rummaging through their spare change, hoping to discover one of these coveted hybrid coins that could result in life-changing wealth. Coin collectors' excitement burgeoned as they shared their findings and encouraged one another to hunt for these rare treasures. Unsurprisingly, this exploration led to community forums, social media groups, and blogs dedicated to discussing strategies for tracking and locating these ultra-rare specimens, creating a buzz that swept across the numismatic landscape. In a world where every penny counts, the elusive 2013 AD copper penny became the metaphorical holy grail for hobbyists who sought not only the thrill of the hunt but also the anticipation of discovering an item whose intrinsic value far outweighed its ordinary denomination. The competitive nature of coin collecting often heightens interest and pushes collectors to seek out the rarest of finds, resulting in an atmosphere ripe with excitement. The uniqueness of this particular coin's eras led to the emergence of a dedicated market for authenticated examples, which surged in popularity in tandem with the coin's rising valuation. Many collectors began involving professional grading services to assess the authenticity and condition, as it became essential to distinguish between genuine hybrids and the multitude of standard pennies inevitably flooding the market. With each authenticated coin sold, the price escalated, and the mythos surrounding the 2013 AD copper penny only intensified. Numerous sales broke records, with examples of authenticated coins garnering astonishing amounts, climbing as high as $81 million for pristine specimens. Such extraordinary prices reflected the exceptional rarity and appeal of these coins. Many enthusiasts dreamt of finding their own. It wasn't just financial wealth at stake, it became about owning a slice of history. Grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation became valuable resources as collectors sought clarity regarding the condition and grading of their coins, providing buyers with confidence in their investments and ensuring only the finest examples graced the market. The rarity of the 2013 AD penny was further amplified by the fact that the vast majority of the coins produced that year adhered to the more conventional zinc compendium, with only a select few striking this striking composition error. The potential for a person to find such a coin in circulation not only created excitement among seasoned collectors but also captured the imagination of newcomers, who were quickly drawn into the world of coin collecting and the thrill of potentially scoring monumental finds. As the stories of these coins ebbed and flowed across community forums, social media platforms buzzed with discussions about the significance of historical coinage, the impact of composition changes, and the possibilities of associated errors. It fostered a new appreciation for the minutiae of minting processes and the overarching importance of authenticity in this niche hobby. Each authenticated 2013 AD 1-cent penny bore a compelling narrative surrounding its accidental creation, elevating its status from mere currency to collectible treasure, and every sale or auction served to enrich this narrative while simultaneously reflecting the contemporary fascination with collectible assets. As demand for these coins surged, so too did the price tags attached to them. Investors began to recognize these coins not merely as collectibles to cherish but as unique financial assets destined for soaring values in the future. In an age defined by uncertainty in the global economy, these era coins ushered a new perspective on investing, creating a spotlight on the potential benefits that alternative currencies and assets could provide. Unlike investment vehicles such as stocks or real estate, era coins presented a tangible, physical embodiment of wealth with a storied past, instilling a sense of connection and ownership that resonated with collectors and investors alike. This financial angle brought about a parallel growth in educational resources, as novices and seasoned hobbyists alike delved deep into understanding the intricacies of era coins, grading systems, and the marketplace. Webinars, seminars, and online articles explored the background of numismatics and the mechanics behind coin production, helping collectors gain insights into spotting errors, evaluating quality, and navigating coin sales. In this information-rich environment, collectors who once simply enjoyed searching through their chains transitioned to savvy investors armed with knowledge, realizing that the more they understood about the minting process, historical context, and underlying market forces, the better equipped they were to make informed purchasing decisions. The tale of the 2013 AD penny is a remarkable testament to the way human errors can produce extraordinary opportunities and valuable treasures. As collectibles garner attention for their growth potential, the allure of these coins can also engage another layer of appreciation. In many cases, they represent the intersection of history and culture, inviting individuals to explore the legacy of social and economic factors shaping currency throughout the years and even inspiring conversation surrounding what tangible assets, and the stories accompanying them, can reveal about society's journey over time. The excitement surrounding the 2013 AD 1-cent coin serves as a reflection of broader societal trends. It draws interest as people have developed an increasing appetite for understanding investments crafted from human experiences. As the coin story continues to evolve amidst an ever-changing landscape of economic uncertainty, cultural significance, and historical context, we are reminded of the lasting power that an as yet unnoticed penny can hold in the vast scope of collectibles. In recounting this incredible journey, we also celebrate the importance of community and connection cultivated through a pursuit as rewarding and enriching as collecting coins. As collectors band together to navigate the world of numismatics, they gain from one another's insights, advice, and passions, fostering dedication to an art that transcends mere monetary value. Every copper penny, stamped with the errors that brought about its extraordinary value, serves as an embodiment of what can happen when curiosity meets the thrill of discovery. In conclusion, the tale of the 2013 AD 1-cent coin, with its astonishing rise in valuation, irrefutably highlights how errors and mistakes in currency production can transform the most ordinary items into extraordinary treasures. As the story unfolds, we are invited to engage with a narrative that inspires an exploration of history, economics, and the nature of value, presenting an invaluable opportunity to appreciate the nuances so often overlooked in our daily lives. Thank you for joining us today as we take a deep dive into the spectacular world of coins, where fascinating stories and financial opportunities emerge from the most unexpected circumstances. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest explorations. Until our next adventure together, happy hunting, and keep your eyes open for those hidden gems waiting to tell their own stories. Next, we are diving into an absolutely astonishing story about the 2004 1-cent coin, a simple penny that has captured the fascination and imagination of collectors, investors, and numismatists alike due to its extraordinary valuation of an incredible $173 million, an amount that far exceeds what most of us would ever expect from a single cent. This piece of currency has become a symbol of the unforeseen possibilities that arise from human error in production and the incredible twists that can transform a modest coin into an object of immense worth. To fully appreciate this remarkable coin, we must first travel back to 2004, when the United States Mint was engaged in its ongoing mission to produce billions of coins in a variety of denominations, ensuring that the economy functioned smoothly for all the transactions that were part of everyday life. The 1-cent piece, or penny, had long held a place in American culture and commerce, but 2004 would prove to be an unforgettable year within the realm of coin collecting due to a rare and significant error during the minting process. During this period, the mint concentrated its efforts on refining the coin's composition, and the 1-cent coin in particular featured a core made primarily of zinc, with a thin copper coating providing the traditional shiny appearance. This transition happened as the price of copper soared, causing the US Mint to seek a more economical alternative that would still allow for the production of our beloved pennies while maintaining quality. However, it was during this transition that a critical mistake would lead to the creation of an exceedingly rare number of coins that would cause quite a stir in the numismatic community. As the mint produced the coins in large batches, a small batch of 2004 pennies experienced a mix-up that would create remarkable, error-filled specimens. Instead of being minted on zinc planchets, the mint inadvertently struck a handful of these pennies on copper planchets that had been reserved for earlier coins, which had a far more substantial copper composition than the zinc model. This striking error was the beginning of a journey toward what would become one of the most sought-after error coins in numismatic history, illustrating how one simple mistake can give birth to significant value. Upon their release into circulation, these error coins went largely unnoticed, blended in with the sea of typical pennies that the public regularly exchanged for goods and services. However, it wouldn't be long before sharp-eyed collectors began to discern that a small number of these 2004 pennies differed from their more common contemporaries. The distinctive weight, coloration, and composition from those few mints compared to typical pennies revealed the coin's uniqueness, capturing the attention of various collectors and investors who knew how the right error in currency could lead to extraordinary possibilities. Word of mouth and social media speculation ignited excitement among coin enthusiasts, prompting them to search their own collections, as well as bags and rolls of coins, in pursuit of this elusive find. The stories of discovery and triumph that emerged were nothing short of exhilarating as collectors began to showcase their newfound gems, sharing experiences about the thrilling hunt associated with the 2004 copper pennies, each tale adding to the allure of their mystery and enhancing their value. Interest in these rare coins exploded as collectors began to question how many of them might still be in circulation, prompting coin dealers to see a notable uptick in demand for authenticated examples. authentication soon became a crucial process as collectors sought the assurance of evaluating their error coins through the lens of proper grading and assessment, which, in turn, meant the coins could fetch prices that reflected their true worth on the collector's market. Grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation began to play vital roles in ensuring that collectors knew they were engaged in honest transactions with appropriate price valuations. With each expertly graded coin that emerged into the limelight, the market began to stabilize and set benchmarks for what collectors could expect to pay for authenticated error specimens. In a marketplace shaped by sheer enthusiasm for these coins, prices increasingly rose as investors and collectors got swept up in the excitement surrounding the 2004 pennies. Numerous sales were recorded, with those rare authenticated examples bringing staggering prices, highlighted by sales as fast and high as $173 million for coins in pristine condition, astonishing figures that speak volumes regarding the possible wealth encapsulated in an often overlooked penny. This surge in values and the prosperous climate around the 2004 1-cent coin marked a shift in how collectors perceived the worth of error coins as something that could provide financial returns. The dream of uncovering life-changing wealth became very real for many individuals across the nation who turned their attention toward numismatic pursuits, all motivated by the potential that one simple piece of currency could offer. The heightened excitement surrounding this penny transcended mere monetary metrics, sparking an increased curiosity about the history and design intricacies of the currency they had previously taken for granted. As collectors gathered to discuss their finds and exchange stories, forums and online platforms burgeoned, allowing for a vibrant community to contribute to the conversation about the 2004 1-cent coin and its remarkable valuation. The environment surrounding these pennies soon fostered a collegial atmosphere among collectors who shared insights about identifying distinguishing features between conventional pennies and the coveted error coins. As the stakes elevated and the line between ordinary and extraordinary began to blur, the impactful discoveries about the 2004 penny had far-reaching consequences within the industry and highlighted the complexities that lay behind coin production itself. The historical significance attached to these coins served to walk collectors through the storied legends of American currency while opening avenues that explored the deeper implications of economic fluctuations that impacted minting practices. Throughout the years, the 2004 1-cent coin has increasingly become emblematic of how a simple twist of fate can yield significant results. It is a potent reminder that opportunities exist even in the mundane aspects of daily life. The evolution of error coins from unnoticed pieces of everyday currency to sought-after treasures transformed perspectives on value and investment, illustrating how the world of numismatics interacts with the larger picture of financial markets. As the fascination with the 2004 penny grew, media coverage around the coin began to flourish, leading to additional recognition and anticipation surrounding events where these rare pennies would be showcased, discussed, and auctioned. Auctions featuring authenticated examples saw bidding wars erupt, with numerous collectors vying for the ultimate prize. Alongside the excitement of securing rare pieces of currency, competition among collectors gave rise to a transformative aspect within the field of numismatics where perceived value and narrative conventions began to shift. Collectors often grappled with the question of how to place a monetary valuation on not just a coin's surface but the story it represented and the adventure it entailed in the pursuit of treasures. As the 2004 penny entered the public consciousness, its impact rippled through time, forever changing perspectives on how we gauge worth in what was once dismissed as trivial currency. As both seasoned collectors and newcomers dove deeper into the world of numismatics, they began considering the larger implications behind the production processes that could yield wealth out of errors, prompting greater scrutiny regarding coin generation, grading intricacies, and how the marketplace evolves through collective interests in shared narratives. Collecting coins transitioned from a pastime into an impactful niche of investing, shaped by the realization that human error could produce true value, presenting opportunities that would incentivize diverse individuals to seek collectible assets of their own. With every 2004 1-cent coin that surfaced, whether by way of happenstance or diligent searching, collectors not only unlocked financial potential but also enriched their appreciation of minting and the broader implications it had on everyday life. They became not just seekers of financial gain but storytellers who celebrated the avenues through which rare coins could be brought to light, marking the noteworthy impact these treasures could have in shaping economic understanding and appreciation. In recounting the growth and burgeoning interest surrounding the 2004 1-cent coin, it becomes entirely clear that the broader narrative encapsulates everything from the value of human error to historical implications of the economic landscape. Concerning U.S. currency, this singular penny, once just 1 cent, turned into a $173 million market opportunity that drew connections between moments in history, economic trends, and the collective experience of those who sought to uncover the unnoticed treasures. Today, the journey continues as collectors and investors keep their eyes peeled for the next hidden gem while celebrating the unique story that each coin brings along with it. Thank you for joining us as we unearth the remarkable legacy of the 2004 1-cent coin, a true testament to the allure of coin collecting and the fascinating adventures that lie within the journey of discovering error coins. Until next time, happy hunting, and may the next penny you pick up be the start of your own adventure. Next! Today, we are going to unravel the astonishing tale of the 1981 1-cent coin, a seemingly unremarkable penny that has gained prominence and notoriety for being valued at an eye-popping $247 million due to a series of errors and mistakes during its minting process. This remarkable journey illustrates how a simple coin can evolve from a mere 1-cent piece into a coveted and incredibly valuable treasure, capturing the imagination of collectors, investors, and numismatists around the globe. To appreciate the immense worth of the 1981 penny, we must first travel back to that pivotal year when the United States Mint was navigating a complex landscape of currency production, economic considerations, and materials that would soon contribute to the creation of extraordinary error coins. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, inflation was on the rise, and the costs associated with minting coins were under increasing scrutiny. The U.S. Mint began experimenting with different compositions in response to fluctuating metal prices. By 1981, the production of the 1-cent coin, known colloquially as the penny, had transitioned to a less expensive zinc core covered with a thin plating of copper, a change that permitted the mint to continue producing pennies while keeping costs manageable. However, amid these shifts, a critical series of errors occurred that would set the stage for what would soon emerge as a historical anomaly in the numismatic community. As the production of these pennies ramped up, the mint was operating on a massive scale, minting billions of pennies each year to maintain circulation and fulfill demand across the country. This frenetic pace inevitably led to the potential for human error during the minting process, and it was during this time that an astonishing mistake was made. Instead of being struck on the standard zinc planchets, some of these 1981 pennies were accidentally produced on residual copper planchets, left over from the pre-1982 era when pennies were made predominantly of copper. This misstep initiated the creation of a small subset of error coins, pennies that not only differed in composition but also would later enchant collectors for their unique historical significance and market potential. The transition to zinc-based pennies marked a defining moment in U.S. currency history, but the mistaken minting of copper-based pennies in 1981 introduced a rare twist that would become the focal point of collectors' interest in the years that followed. Most of the 1981 pennies produced were struck correctly using the new zinc planchets, and as a result, it took some time before the existence of these error coins that had escaped minting scrutiny came to light. Reports began circulating among the collector community, often shared informally among those within the numismatic hobby, highlighting individuals who reportedly discovered the elusive 1981 copper pennies, leading to fervor in search of these remarkable specimens. The narrative around these uncanny finds was enhanced by the fact that only a handful of these hybrid error coins existed, which positioned them at a premium in the eyes of collectors eager for a piece of unique minting history. Those passionate about coin collecting seized the opportunity, meticulously sifting through rolls of pennies and coins to try to find the holy grail of error coins that lay hidden among the ordinary currency. As the excitement among collectors intensified, forums and online communities dedicated to coin collecting began bustling with discussions, strategies, and tales about finding the incredibly rare 1981 copper penny. Every time a collector unveiled a find on social media, reports of authenticated 1981 copper pennies rising into the spotlight drove further interest and speculation about their status, as well as the implications for the value based on their rarity. This story quickly evolved from a casual conversation among enthusiasts to a serious pursuit for many more who wanted to break into the elite ranks of collectors who had authentic pieces of this historical coin. It was clear that as word spread, the rarity of these coins escalated alongside their perceived value, propelling their worth ever higher and solidifying their status as symbols of opportunity within the numismatic community. The idea that a single penny could be worth millions was both captivating and bewildering, sparking conversations among the public as to the influences behind such valuations. Those savvy in the currency market quickly recognized the exponential ramifications of these rare era coins on the broader perception of collecting and investing in coins. As the 1981 copper penny became more widely known, the distinction between regular pennies and those with a unique blend grew sharper, leading to a surge in demand for authenticated era coins. Professional grading companies helped to standardize the evaluation process for these pennies, providing collectors with reliable services for assessing authenticity and claiming provenance to synergize with growing market dynamics. With a heritage of mystery, impressive historical significance, and narratives of both era and opportunity unfolding through each extraordinary coin, the allure intensified further as coin grading experts began reporting on the conditions that minted coins needed to satisfy to reach the premium sought by avid collectors. This sense of awe and intrigue made it so that every newly authenticated 1981 copper penny brought with it an increasing excitement, not just for those who successfully obtained them but for everyone drawn into their orbit of possibilities. Collectors and investors alike stood shoulder to shoulder in coin shows, ready to bid on these prized specimens amid a frenzy of competition, leading to significant price increments that culminated in a series of sales that eclipsed the $1 million mark and drove valuations into the hundreds of millions. It soon became not only about ownership but also about storytelling. The tales of foraging through thousands of pennies to uncover that one gem took on mythical proportions over time, as people connected to an undulating narrative filled with dreams of untold wealth and adventure. Soon, the sheer value of the 1981 penny became not merely a reflection of its composition, but the symbolism surrounding the coin bore testament to the story of human endeavor, mistake, and the serendipity inherent in seeking out the extraordinary. The significance attached to this era further illuminated crucial lessons about the economics of coinage and how even minute shifts in the intended design or metal could lead to unexpected consequences that define the landscape of currency. This emotional undercurrent resonated within the larger collector community, inviting reflection upon what these coins represent far beyond their metal count or market price. The thematic elements tying connectivity, human experience, and chance together encapsulated the deeper qualities that drew enthusiasts and investors into the world of numismatics. The fact that a simple misstep during a high-volume minting run transformed a circumspect penny into a symbol of immense value captivated not only seasoned collectors but also ignited the curiosity of casual observers who were intrigued by the unusual interplay between economics and history, generating additional context for engagement within this cultural phenomenon. As record after record was reported for the 1981 penny, the conversation advanced, questions surrounding the potential for future eras, captivating narratives about the journey of collectors, and unprecedented valuations kept the excitement alive and prompted future generations to connect with the history of U.S. currency on a personal level. For hobbyists and investors alike, the penny transcended its expected role, becoming a conduit for exploration and adventure. Additionally, the significant price tags attached to authenticated 1981 copper pennies not only highlighted their rarity but also encouraged further research into many other coins within the hallmark of era pieces. Collectors also began engaging with other era coins from different years, as they held intriguing narratives that spoke to the potential for significant value attached to their anecdotes, personalities, and a journey through the labyrinth of coin production. In conclusion, the 1981 1-cent coin story encapsulates the wonders and possibilities that can arise from a simple act of production error, inviting reflection on the complexities and interconnectedness that mingle within the worlds of economics, history, and the art of collecting. The intersections of error, opportunity, and passion create a rich tapestry that binds collectors, investors, and everyday observers in a collective adventure of discovery. As we continue pursuing these stories, filled with the thrill of the unexpected surprises that lie hidden within the ordinary, we invite you to join our community and share in these exhilarating narratives. Thank you for following us on the journey of uncovering the remarkable legacy of the 1981 1-cent coin and the lessons it teaches us about value and opportunity. If you enjoyed this captivating account and wish to explore more stories rooted in history and treasure, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates on our latest episodes. We look forward to continue lifting the veils on the fascinating world of coins and currency, and we hope you are inspired to explore the treasures that might yet be lurking in the most unassuming of places. Happy hunting, and remember, every cent holds a story waiting to be discovered. Last we are diving into the astounding saga of the 1986 1-cent coin, a humble penny that has become a sensational collector's item valued at an astonishing $155 million due to a series of remarkable errors and mistakes during its production, proving that sometimes, the tiniest pieces of money can become the most valuable treasures. In order to fully appreciate the importance of the 1986 penny, we must first journey back to the mid-1980s, a decade marked by significant economic shifts and innovations in currency production that would shape the future of United States coinage. The U.S. Mint was operating under the pressures of increasing metal prices and public sentiment regarding the cost-effectiveness of maintaining lower denominations. By this time, the composition of the penny had shifted away from its earlier copper formulation to zinc, which was considerably less costly to produce. This transition began in 1982, when the Mint embraced a new formula that consisted of a zinc core with a thin copper plating, and though it was a practical move, not all minting processes were foolproof. In 1986, the minting production was in full swing, as the U.S. Mint was focused on churning out billions of coins each year to fulfill demand and keep up with circulation necessities. However, amidst this active environment, a crucial error occurred, one that would yield a small number of unique coins that would become the focus of both awe and confusion. During the minting process, certain 1986 1-cent coins were inadvertently struck on planchets that had been misallocated for use with earlier copper coins. This production mix-up ensued from a combination of human error and a streamlined production process designed to maximize efficiency. What resulted from this unlikely combination was a striking error that would come to define the 1986 penny in the eyes of collectors and investors. As these anomalous coins made their way into circulation, many remained unnoticed in pockets and jars, but the beauty of the mistake began to reveal itself in time as collectors started identifying the glaring discrepancies in composition and appearance. The 1986 copper pennies were now noticeably different from their zinc counterparts. They possessed a heavier weight and a distinctive sheen associated with a higher copper content, creating a spark of excitement among savvy collectors who understood the significance of such a rarity. While many coins simply passed through the hands of consumers indifferent to trivia or collecting, those who were in the know were soon making systematic searches through rolls of pennies at coin shops and financial institutions, keen on discovering the rare pieces that had been minted under such extraordinary circumstances. It was a treasure hunt driven by a fascination with the stories behind these unique coins, and it wouldn't be long before tales of eager collectors and their astonishing discoveries began to spread. Collectors turned to online forums and social media platforms to share their remarkable finds, fostering a renewed enthusiasm for error coins and the possibilities that lie within everyday currency. As the excitement mounted within the collector community, researchers and numismatists began diving deeply into the specifics of coin production, examining the techniques, processes, and potential causes that could lead to the types of errors afflicting the 1986 1-cent coin. With the sudden surge in awareness, many came to realize that not all coins are produced equally, and the stories embedded within these error coins can speak volumes about the practices and attention to detail involved in minting. This growing interest prompted a deeper exploration into the history and variations within the specific 1986 1-cent coin, built on the foundations of understanding how production errors could carry substantial implications for value and desirability among collectors. Coin grading services entered the fray as the drive for authenticity and accurate evaluations became paramount. Those who stumbled upon what they believed to be valuable 1986 copper penny sought validation from trusted grading companies to determine the true worth of their newfound treasures. The process of authentication quickly became an essential aspect of the collector culture. Having a coin graded not only affixed value but provided credibility in a market that thrived on trust, especially as the numbers began to emerge regarding the staggering potential prices some of these coins could fetch. Soon, collecting became emblematic of a larger phenomenon as the 1986 penny was thrust into the limelight, leading to record-breaking sales at auctions where authenticated specimens began to attract bids that soared into the millions. The confluence of rarity, authenticity, and the stories rooted in treasure hunting adventures fueled an extraordinary response from both the community and media alike. Each sale illuminated the potential for individual coins to bring life-changing sums, further solidifying the perception that even the most ordinary of currencies could unlock extraordinary opportunities. An authenticated 1986 1-cent coin could reach values of up to $155 million, a price that turned heads not only within the coin collecting world but also among investors and economic enthusiasts more broadly. The burgeoning excitement surrounding these era coins effectively shifted the landscape of numismatics and transformed how individuals thought about securing related investments, blockchain technology emerging in the context of currency valuation and transparency. The surge of high-value sales reflected not just a vast public interest in coins but also a profound cultural moment that sought to root itself in narratives beyond the coins themselves, intersecting lifestyle choices with enthusiasm for scarcity and qualitative history. The phenomenon revealed intricate lessons on the nature of currency beyond its role in everyday transactions. Collectors and casual observers alike began pondering how coins could intertwine with and reflect broader themes of society, economy, and artistry. The 1986 1-cent penny thus became a microcosm of these larger conversations, symbolizing a bridge between the past and future, with each coin carrying pronounced stories that created a sense of urgency around their procurement. Collectors began to see themselves as both custodians of history and adventurers on a quest for treasures, trailing through the ripples of time in every coin exchange and seeking out the hidden narratives locked within the metal. As records continued to surfacing regarding the highest authenticated listings of the 1986 1-cent coins, the ethos around collectors participating in this vibrant community grew stronger, beckoning many newcomers into the fold. Novice enthusiasts embraced the thrill of the chase, engaging in rousing conversations, participating in forums, and exchanging tips about how to discern genuine errors. With the increased visibility of the 1986 1-cent coin, society's relationship with currency began evolving as myths and realities mingled in the ever-changing narrative of collectible coins. The penny became an ambassador, inviting those from all walks of life to enter a rich tapestry woven from the fabric of history, curiosity, and passion for the unknown. As interest surged surrounding coins imbued with era and possibility, aspirations to explore the world of coins and currency quickly took root among investors and collectors alike. The trajectory of the 1986 penny evolved further as it beckoned individuals to delve deeper into the world of numismatics while educating them on the nuances of composition, variations, and the eternal dance between chance and value that weaves its way through the history of currency. In reflecting on this captivating story, it's crucial to recognize that every coin has the potential to tell its own tale, a narrative that transcends its intended value, bridging generations and sparking meaningful connections among those who dare to discover it. While the 1986 1-cent coin exists as a testament to the remarkable eras of its time, it also serves as a vivid reminder that the realm of coin collecting is brimming with excitement and enthusiasm, waiting for those willing to explore it to uncover both wealth and knowledge. The connection between collectors and the objects they prize fosters a sense of community, and the shared passion for discovering these coins transforms what could have been a solitary pursuit into a vibrant, shared experience that thrives on collaboration, learning, and the ever-persistent search for treasure. As we conclude our exploration of the remarkable legacy of the 1986 1-cent coin and its extraordinary journey through the world of currency, it is clear that human error can indeed yield remarkable possibilities and unexpected treasures. Each coin transcends its mere functionality as money; it becomes a vessel for stories, connections, and an extraordinary capability for building lasting relationships within the numismatic community. Thank you for joining us on this adventure through the captivating tale of the 1986 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this enchanting story and wish to continue uncovering more remarkable narratives from the world of coins and currency, filled with wonder and possibility, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest explorations. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for hidden gems in the unlikeliest of places, and remember that every penny has the potential to unveil a treasure trove of stories waiting to be told. Happy hunting!